How about the Panthers getting on a road win yesterday?
Yep, that's right.
President's Day special.
Hey, before you guys get all excited.
Just let me know where you want to send your apologies to Sergei Bobrovsky. Let me know.
By the time they get there, you might be pissed off at him again.
Nope, I'm never. That's my man. I love Sergei.
Yeah.
Love me some Bob.
You know what?
By the way, Quinville, hey, thanks for sending out a compliment yesterday. I know that must have hurt because you've been so hard on Bobrovsky all season. It was nice to hear him be like, hey, good game from Bob. Love the game from Bob.
Somebody said whoever throws out the ceremonial first pitch for the Astros needs to just sling it right into the dugout.
Look what happened. Oh, got away from me. Don't know what to tell you.
Here is Quinville on giving praise to Bobrovsky.
There's a big 2 points for us. I thought Bob was excellent for us tonight. Several key stops. They had some traffic and some all-alone looks there, and I thought he, put us in a good spot where we always had the lead, and I thought we got better when we did play with it, particularly late in that all third.
It could only last so long. He was like, he was excellent, and stop pucks.
It's like he has like a shock. Like every time he's giving way too much praise, he's a
like,
certain amount. It's like, whoa!
I can't be out there and be all that excited for Bobrovsky yesterday. That's pretty much how it keeps going. But Bob was fun. Can you give me yesterday, Robbie, Sergei Bobrovsky, who says that he wants to keep the fun rolling for the Panthers. That this is that he's going with the fun route, Leroy. Go out there, play easy breezy. See you play no pressure. Play with some fun. Happy Bob, happy life.
Yeah, I think it was, as everybody knows, it was the big game for us, and I thought guys did the whole consistent 60 minutes effort, in the third. They didn't give them much, other than 2 goals, but I think it's just more like unlucky plays. But overall, I think we control the puck well, we protect the puck well, and we advance the puck. We play smart defensively, and I thought guys did a great job. So we have to build a good, fun wave. Winning is fun, and we just have to keep it rolling next game, and have fun.
I love it. See, you know what I'm saying? How much fun is everyone having? We're going out there. Don Mattingly wants swag and fun. The Canes want swag and fun. Bobrovsky wants swag and fun. We're just swagging along here, Leroy. And of course, as Sergei says, it's all about playing for your team.
At this time of the year, it doesn't matter who scored. It's the team wins. You play for the logo on the chest, and it's the score is most important. The points, 2 points is the most important right now, and it doesn't matter. Everybody have to contribute to it, and I thought lots of guys did today.
As they say, Leroy, it's about playing for the log on the chest. I love him, man.
We got some big news.
Oh, what's that?
Apparently, Mel Kiper just dropped his latest mock draft.
Oh, man.
He has Tua Tagovailoa going 3 to the Lions.
No!
Yes!
No! No!
And the Dolphins taking Justin Herbert at number 5.
No! Oh, no!
You don't want Justin Herbert?
No!
Why?
Hair.
You know why? I'm going to tell you why you guys don't want him.
He's a hippie Tannehill.
That's soon as they threw the phrase Ryan Tannehill out there, right? It turned everybody off, right?
I can't believe the smoke screen. I can't. Robbie, you think this is legit, or you think this is all smoke?
I think this is a campfire, but it's gotten to Mel Kiper. It's gotten his attention.
I mean, this is. All right. You know what?
I have the explanations.
This is what he's saying.
So here, okay, I'm going to go to the Detroit Lions. So he has Detroit Lions taking Tua Tagovailoa, and here's what Mel Kiper has written. The Lions say they're not shopping quarterback Matthew Stafford, but there's some buzz that they like Tagovailoa, who might not work out for some teams before April's draft because of his hip injury. Is that smokescreen? ? We're still 2 months away from the draft, of course. Stafford's contract is extremely tough to trade in 2020. The team would have a $32 million dead cap hit, but what if Detroit likes Tagovailoa so much that it keeps Stafford on the roster for another year? The pick also seems like the perfect spot for a team to trade up to get a quarterback, whether it's Tagovailoa, Justin Herbert, or someone else. Could the Chargers or Raiders or Jaguars move up to jump the Dolphins at number 5 and get their guy? Everything is in play here, and since I'm not going to project trades, I'll stick with Tagovailoa at number 3.
Oh, my God. Enough, Kiper. All right. And then what does he say about the Dolphins drafting Herbert?
With 5 picks in the first 2 rounds of this draft, Miami has to add a quarterback, right?
Oh, no.
What's tough to predict is whether the Dolphins will instead look to the deep quarterback class in free agency, where they'll have almost $100 million to spend. Would they rather have someone like Jameis Winston if he doesn't return to Tampa? What about Andy Dalton, who is like to be cut by Cincinnati?
I mean, Jameis Winston would be a party down here, man.
Luckily, free agency happens before the draft in the NFL, so we'll have to know another month. For now, I think they'll go with the top quarterback on the board, and that's Herbert. I said during the season that he is a maddening evaluation because of his inconsistencies as a thrower, but he is rising after an MVP week at the Senior Bowl. Herbert has the highest ceiling of any of the quarterbacks in this class.
Oh, Leroy, I'm really getting sick over this draft, man. This is really giving me a lot of angst. I got to tell you. I'm really, really not feeling this.
Here's the problem.
I'm not feeling this.
Here's the problem. And here's always been the problem, and I've told you this has always been the problem, that everybody got so consumed with Tua that now there's no other position or no other quarterback that the Dolphins can get or draft.
Yeah, he's my dream girl.
Right. But what if at the time of the draft he's not the best playable available?
Apparently he is, because he's going 3 to the Lions.
I'm also a believer in this.
Maybe not that much of a dream girl. Maybe she turns out,
Maybe she turns out.
Look at the franchises selecting before the Dolphins.
Cincinnati.
You got Cincinnati,
Redskins.
You got Giants,
And Detroit.
Okay. I'll say this about all those franchises. One of the reasons why they're drafting there is because of how poorly they make decisions in their organization.
Yeah, Giants have a couple of Super Bowls though. Like it's
okay, but not lately.
Not lately. But I wouldn't put them.
And I'll give the Giants a pass.
I wouldn't put the Giants in the same class with the Dolphins. Put forth the last 20 years.
They're not Cincinnati and Detroit either. You're right. So I take that back. The Giants I will exclude. Redskins.
We're in a special class with the
Detroit.
Redskins. Yeah.
Cincinnati. Who's of all those teams in the last 10 years may have the best record, which is hard to believe.
I know.
But you see where I'm getting at. So while everybody's getting all excited, oh, so-and-so's going to do this, so-and-so's going to do that, I look at those organizations and say, and what? They've proven that they don't make good decisions, especially Washington.
Doesn't matter. Like,
okay.
We're gonna go out.
Look, there's certain.
He was supposed to be ours, Leroy. It's not fair. The Dolphins went out there.
No.
And everybody said that they were ruining players' health and that they were a disgrace to the game. They should get the quarterback they want.
You did what you did during the season so you could have this opportunity. Not a player.
So mad at Brian Flores.
You did it for an opportunity to have this situation, not a certain player.
Brian Flores and Ryan Fitzpatrick had to be so cute going out and going 5-4 to end the season.
Here's Tobin.
Ugh.
This is Tobin. Here's the difference between Tobin and me. Me, I would be excited if Tua gets here, but I'm going to wait until the draft because a lot of things can happen. Here's you. Texter chimes in.
Yep.
My buddy ordered us 2 Dolphins costumes for the draft. Damage is done, my friend. That's you. When did you get your 2 costumes? September?
Oh, before that.
Right.
He's got his lay.
That's my point. So now.
As soon as Adam Gase was fired, I was like, I know what the plan is.
So now you're so upset that you're not getting the guy because you bought your costume already.
I don't want a quarterback who has the same hair as Josh McRoberts. He's a hippie.
All right.
He's going to have this back to the receivers now. He's going
to go out there. He's going to
throw behind the back.
He's going to have spirit quests in the huddle.
He's going to try to throw behind the back screens.
So
this is so upsetting.
You want to hear the other?
Would you be mad if they didn't draft a quarterback if they didn't get Tua?
If they pay Teddy Bridgewater? He told you they have $100 million to spend. $30 million is not that much, bro.
But again,
they got $70 more million.
Here's your problem. There's been other bad teams to have a lot of cap space. And you know what they did? Spend it on the wrong players.
Yeah, but
okay, that's what bad organizations do. So
here's what I say.
When I'm thinking of this situation, I'm not thinking about how much money is available. I'm thinking on the player that they're going to spend the money on.
I got you. But here's the thing that I would believe. I truly believe this. I think that you have an easier time moving on from a bad free agent signing than you do from a bad draft pick.
No, you don't. It costs less money.
Hear me out on this. I'm not saying it's the money cost. Here's why it's easier, okay? It's a mental thing, okay? You have a bad signing, you're just like, woof, whiffed on that one. You have a draft pick, you string it along a little bit too much.
Not at quarterback, though.
A lot.
Because
Dolphins did it 7 years with Tannehill.
No. The money that is invested in a starting quarterback, if you're investing...
Most teams don't do what the Cardinals did, where they move a year after. Most teams...
No. But I'm talking about free agent. I mean, look, say what you want about Ryan Tannehill. At no point in time did they have anywhere near the amount of money that they're going to invest in Teddy Bridgewater.
Right.
Okay. And so you're telling me right now, at worst case scenario, he has to be Ryan Tannehill because you're paying more, a lot more for him than you did for Ryan Tannehill.
Right, but at worst,
nothing.
If it ends up blowing up in your face, then you'll have another crack at a quarterback in the draft.
Tobin, we're not talking about $20 million signing bonus. We're not talking about $15 million a year. You can live with that. We talk about $25 to $30 million a year at quarterback. You're not going to just eat that $30 or $40 million after year 2 or 3.
I got a hundo free of money right now to go around with.
See, that's the way bad organizations think.
They are a bad organization. They've been a bad organization.
How are you going to turn it around? You're going to turn it around by not...
I think it's way worse if they reach for a quarterback than spend on a fine quarterback.
Why? Because guess what? If you reach for a quarterback and you cut him in 2 years, so what?
That's worse.
No, it's not.
Hold on one second. This is weird to me because we're in a situation where it's a quarterback in Teddy Bridgewater. If you were to bring him in, he doesn't work out in a couple of years. I'm sure the deal is going to be like something like Kirk Cousins, like 3 years, a lot of money, right? Something like that.
Yeah, but that's...
Okay.
So you're fine with investing $40-50 million for 3 years.
Depends on the dead cap.
I'm fine with it if I'm going to if I'm taking that spot and I'm going to use it on cheap talent in the draft. I get to keep all my picks. If I get to keep all my picks, I'm good. I'm good with it. If I'm going to sit here with Justin Herbert, hippie Magoo, and he's going to go out there and maybe he works, maybe he didn't have the right system. Let's fire 4 offensive coordinators. Let's get a new head coach. Let's bring in some more receivers. Let's try and change the scheme. I've seen this song and dance before.
Okay, so you're saying they're the same old Dolphins.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying this is a way.
Then why do you want to keep doing things the same way? They have wasted more money in free agency than any team.
Same old Dolphins would be.
Look at the amount of money they've wasted on people like Teddy Bridgewater.
Same old Dolphins would be reaching for a quarterback just to take a quarterback for quarterback's sake.
Same old Dolphins would be spending a boatload of money on a guy that doesn't work out.
What if he does work out? You don't know that he's not going to work out. He's been good.
No,
he's a good quarterback.
Anytime. You can tell?
He's a good quarterback.
You can tell he can run a franchise based on what you've seen.
He's a good quarterback.
You can tell
Did I say he's elite? He's good.
No. But is he better than Ryan Tannehill?
Yes. And plus, he's from down here.
And
305, baby.
There you go.
305.
There we go.
Homecoming.
See, everything other than football. I guess.
No, not everything other than football. But that's a cool story. Hometown kid face the franchise. Plus, hey, you probably got to sweeten the pot a little bit because we had a bad recruitment last year.
Can I just tell you, I'm familiar with the fans down here. They will turn on him. I don't give a crap where he's from if he sucks. Because guess what? Remember down south when they hired Manny? He's from down here. Mr. 305 till he died. Wait,
this guy has more of a resume than Manny Diaz.
It didn't even take a year.
He's never been a head coach. This guy's been a quarterback. Different.
A long time ago.
Not a long time ago.
Yes, that's a long time ago.
It's
all right.
Look.
So you think Teddy Bridgewater could be better than Ryan Fitzpatrick next year?
Yes.
Based on what?
First of all, Ryan Fitzpatrick was too good last year.
No.
Hear me out.
You didn't even answer my question.
Hear me out. Okay?
Okay.
He was too good last year. All right? The bill was never due on Ryan Fitzpatrick. Let me tell you something. Leroy, a 38-year-old Ryan Fitzpatrick, fresh off a good year, What do you think that's going to turn into the next year? We know his cycle of life.
We know. That's why we had the oath.
Yeah, we know.
Okay,
we know what this is gonna. He's gonna be thrown to the other team. You're gonna think he's colorblind.
Here's the only problem I have with this. Okay, you're sitting here giving me answers about what Teddy Bridgewater is going to be, and you have no proof.
I have a little proof.
No,
he was
you
5-0 last year.
No, you don't. He was 5-0 last year on the Saints.
Yeah, but he kept it afloat. That's impressive.
He was the quarterback for the Saints.
Didn't miss a beat.
They had a Tim Tebow wannabe running all over the field.
Yeah, well, it's kind of insulting that guy thinks that he's better than Teddy Bridgewater.
He didn't say that. He said he could be a starting quarterback. Why wouldn't he think that? Playing on that successful offense? Same reason why Teddy Bridgewater thinks that.
I'd be crazy. See, here's the difference. He's a gimmick guy. Like, if we would have paid $30 million a year for Taysom Hill, I would have been like, you're nuts. You're nuts. But this isn't the same thing.
Dude, look.
Let me ask you something. If the Patriots let Tom Brady go and they spend $30 million on Teddy Bridgewater, how you gonna feel?
They wouldn't spend $30 million on Teddy Bridgewater. Really?
Yeah.
Go show me one time in their history where they went and spent a boatload of money.
Well, that's not fair. They've had the same quarterback for 2 decades.
No, on any position where they just went and signed a free agent for a boatload of money.
This is the position you have to spend money on.
No, not them. Name a time when they've gone out and spent a boatload of money. You used the Patriots. I didn't.
But it's not a fair example. You're using a scenario. I have to go look back at their history they've never had to deal with. That's silly.
No.
You're being silly.
They don't sign free agents like that.
Yeah, but it's quarterback. You have to spend.
No, you don't.
I'm not saying Teddy Bridgewater's an elite player.
No, you don't.
Sure you do.
You are an idiot. I don't know how else to put it other than using cuss words. Can't do that on the radio, so I'm going to just leave it at that. And you have tried to get me, but you're not going to get me. Because you know what? I'm going to get my Indeed read, because that's coming up next. And I'm going to get ready, and I'm going to get into Leroy Zone.